What's up, y'all? It's your boy Max.
And Annie.
Maxx And Annie Movie Review, episode 4. Tell them what movie we're watching today.
Don't make me say it.
Say it.
Anywhere, everywhere, all at once.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
That's close enough.
Yeah. We saw Sonic yesterday. We're watching this shit today. I only hear good things about this movie. Like, what you heard about this movie so far?
Nothing.
Oh, TikTok, everybody's saying it's a fucking S-tier movie. I've heard some people saying it's movie of the year, and the year just started. Apparently it's like some multiverse shit, like Doctor Strange or some shit like that. I know it's not like Doctor Strange, but like it's like a whole multiverse. The trailer looked pretty cool. It's the same people that made Swiss Army Man. Did you ever see that? Oh, that was a pretty good movie. But we about to see this shit fire. We at AMC.
That's AMC, this movie. Bump it.
Still recovering over that joke Annie just made, but oh,
Yeah.
there she is. We're here at AMC. Let's see if anything let's see if the movie is good. That pose is kind of trippy. I want to see the part with the hot dogs. That shit kind of... Alright. Any first thoughts?
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, but like, how good do you think it's gonna be?
I don't know. Kind of going into it without thinking about it.
She's not a thinker. That's why I like her. I've only heard good things. Time for the movie. Forgot to mention, we kind of rich, so we rented out the whole theater. There's nobody here. We just got money like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see by her Crocs. She got the right attire.
A few moments later.
I gotta take a piss. Hi, y'all. We just saw the movie. Initial thoughts. Christina. Why are you breathing so hard?
I liked it. Like before you go into the meaning, I think visually it was good. It was like creative with like the outfits.
Yeah, I think like aesthetically the movie was fire. Like it was very unique. I don't think I've seen a movie similar. The only one I have to say similar is the one also made by those other people, the Swiss Army one. But that show was a vibe. I was a little tired, but that's because I've been up all day. She's been up all day too, and those chairs are uncomfortable as fuck. But movie was pretty solid. Like shit was deep as fuck.
Yeah.
Story was trippy. The shit was like, even though it went like multiverse, which is kind of like an overused concept now, it did the shit pretty unique to a point where it was like, it wasn't all like, oh, multiverse this, multiverse that.
Yeah.
I think. All right, what would you say you thought the movie was about though?
Okay. So right. Don't just put it on me. Alright. Sorry, in the beginning, right? The main character. She's like everyone else, right? How we like normally go by the day to day and how we like we stress about like little shit, right? Like taxes or whatever. And then I feel like the main point of the movie is that nothing matters, right? So we have 4 characters. The main character, the daughter, the husband, and then the old person, right? So the main character is trying to go through how to react to like, oh, nothing matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with the young girl, right, the daughter, I feel that when she hears that nothing matters, she starts like doing crazy shit and like getting more depressed and feeling like, oh, so you might as well just die and like might as well just do nothing, you know, like being depressed, like with the rock scenario, like, oh, you might as well just sit and be a rock and like do nothing because nothing matters. And you might as well just like, oh, just kill a bunch of people because who cares, you know? So you like, oh, you might as well just like off yourself. But then the husband, he thinks, oh, nothing matters, so let's be like joyful about it. Like, let's spread joy and let's be nice to each other in the time that we do have, you know. And then the old person, how he abandoned his daughter and whatever, when he hears nothing matters, he lets them go. The same thing as how, like, oh, so he doesn't like something that his daughter does, he let her go. He kept telling her to, like, oh, let go of your daughter, let go of this, you gotta kill her, because, you know, just let him go, you know. So I feel like the whole point of the movie was the main character going through about, like, oh, what does matter, like, going through what they think nothing matters means.
Yeah, I can see that. I think also, like, a big part of the plot was, like, her just going through, like, a midlife crisis, and the fact that, like, her family was falling apart, her business was falling apart, and she's focused on, like, the business side while her husband was focused on the family side. And, like, the husband didn't want to divorce her, but she wasn't really giving him a choice, like, because she wouldn't talk to him. And I feel like it was about her trying to, like, also understand herself in the sense of, like, you know, I could be all these different things, but I should appreciate the one I am now, because there's gonna be, like, struggle at each one. Like, there was the one where she had, like, sausage hands, and she was also trying to figure out, like, every reality that I'm in, there's gonna be a brighter side to it than the one I'm in now. But, like, there's also gonna be, like, a negative side that's gonna be shit. Like the sausage one, for example. Like, her hands were sausages, but the bright side is they became, like, great at her feet, using their feet. So, like, she was able to use, like, the positive attributes of every reality. So she only saw it for that. Every time she would, like, jump into, like, a different form, like, different reality.
The opposite would be, like,
yeah, so she would only
Superstar
see, like, the positive side. Like, oh, when she went into the one that knew kung fu, she's like, oh, look how good my life is here. But then the more she was in there, she realized, like, yo, I'm lonely. Like, I don't have a family. I don't have this. And I feel like it was about also her trying to, like, learn how to appreciate who she is and what she got, because it could be worse. And her life right now, it's like, oh, yeah, I'm dealing with taxes. I could be dealing with all this superstar fame. But at the end of the day, dealing with taxes is nothing. Dealing with that is, like, all small problems that you could get over and then go back to your happy life. Like, with the one she was famous, she's famous, but at the end of the day, what is she going back to? Because she's fucking lonely as shit. So I feel like a lot of what you said, where, like, they were trying to figure out, like, nothing matters, so how should I spend my time? But it was also her trying to be like, you know, what's important to me and how can I appreciate my life for what it is. Like, the ones where they were rocks is like
dealing with regret and whatever.
Yeah, like, when they were rocks, they're like, you know, I'm a rock and we're just sitting here doing nothing. It doesn't matter. I should just die. But she's like, oh, it doesn't matter, so let me just appreciate being a rock. You know what I mean? Because that's just what it is. And what's the point of offing myself if I have to live out anyway? But overall, what would you give the movie?
I don't know. It's hard to rate movies like these.
Yeah, I feel like I gotta sit on the movie a bit more to, like, fully understand it. Maybe watch some of those, like, videos that try to, like, break down the shit. But overall, just off first thing, I'm gonna give the movie, like, an 8-9. Only cause I might want to see it again. But that show was a fucking vibe. That show was fire. Like,
it was long, but I feel like it needed to be long. If it was, like, one of those, like, shorter films, I feel like it would just... It was so close to be... I feel like the movie was so close to being, like, oh, there's a movie just filled with, like, oh, random shit.
Yeah.
You know? But I feel like since they took their time with it, they made it, like, a really long movie. They were able to, like, convey the message way better. You know?
Yeah. I just feel like it was, like, 3 acts to the movie. I feel like the first act was, like, super long. And then the second act was, like, not even half the amount. And then the third act was fucking, like, not even 10 minutes. I felt like the ending could have been a little stretched out so it could fully wrap up some of the points of just, like, just make, like, the final message of the movie a little more clear. Because did you feel like the first act was super long?
It was super long.
And then the second act was like super short.
I feel like the second act should have been longer, but like
Yeah.
I feel like the last act, I feel like they wrapped it up pretty good. I feel like if they made the message too clear, it would kind of just be corny.
Not make the message clear, but just like wrap it up more to, just so it was more of a satisfying ending. I feel like it just, since it just said like, oh, act 3, and then it ended like 5 minutes after, it just felt like it ended a little too like abruptly, or it just ended too fast. Especially because there was like a troll part where they acted like the shit ended earlier in the movie.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, the movie could have ended there, but then it kept going with the second act, and then the third act it just kind of felt unnecessary. But that was a valid ass movie. It was very artistic. Of the year so far, it's not the movie I enjoyed most this year. I'll say that. But in terms of like artistically sound movie, like that was the most artistic risk taking movie I've seen in a while.
And it wasn't even boring. Like some artistic movies,
Yeah.
they get a little boring. This one at least it has like some type of comedy to like keep you invested, and like the story was also interesting.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like it wasn't the most enjoyable movie,
Yeah.
but it was
not?
the movie was a vibe. It was like an experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I don't think I'm gonna rush to see it again soon. I think I'm gonna like digest it and see it again. Yeah. But it was the most artistic movie I've seen this year, and in like probably the last few years. Overall, valid ass movie. See that shit. Next movie, speaking of multiverse, Doctor Strange. That shit gonna be fire. But anyways, y'all, Maxx and Annie movie review. Bye. Bye.
People ask what it do. Could put a man on the nose. My boys playing my songs. A girl playing my flute. Ask me what I'm up to. Counting bands, they blue. I was playing my roles. Now I play on my toes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.